What?
Why are you holding the...
I was just holding that. Wow, this is unbelievable. This is...
Welcome to Howie Mandel Does Stuff. I'm Howie Mandel.
I'm Jacqueline Schultz, his daughter.
And the lovely Jerry O'Connell, who's a good friend of mine and a very talented guy, is also here.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Okay. Go.
What can... knock, knock.
Who's there?
Jerry.
Jerry who? O'Connell.
That's good.
I am so glad you're here. I got to tell people, you know him from movies, you know him from TV, you know him from hosting, but you don't know him from coffee. I have coffee with him at least once every couple of weeks.
Yeah, we have coffee. Fridays typically is our coffee date, and it's a lot of fun. We live in the same neighborhood. Mm-hmm. I live in sort of the lower income area of our neighborhood.
Not true.
Well, there's a gated community. I live outside the gates. I mean,
But you have your own gate.
Yeah, I put up a gate. I went to a big box store and I bought like a gate, a small gate.
You
bought
did
a
it
gate?
yourself?
Yeah, it's a do-it-yourself gate. Yeah,
No,
You
didn't.
built a gate for your house.
Yeah, it's sort of a barbed wire thing.
You have barbed wire in front of your house?
Yeah, I wanted to say I live in a gated community. And
So you went to a big box store and you asked for a barbed wire gate.
Yeah, and I put it up. But I do I do love having coffee with you, and I am a girl dad. I have daughters. I have 2 daughters, and you're very giving and helpful with.
No.
You brought your-
I would suggest you don't listen to him on parenting advice with teenage girls.
Oh, you think I fucked up with you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
she
I mean,
thinks I fucked up.
you-
I
obviously-
came out okay.
You obviously
But she
did
doesn't-
a good thing.
She
You
doesn't
have
think I had anything to do with anything that's positive with her. She feels like she did a lot of it herself. But I noticed you brought your daughters by the other day, and we were out to dinner, and I was out with my
That's not true, by the way.
What?
That's not that I think I did it all myself.
Well, you don't think you think mom did a great job?
No, I think you did a good job too.
No, you can't take back.
Is
all
there
the
anything you want to say to your father? Like, thank you for this one in particular thing?
Thank you for caring. There.
There you go.
I don't
There
give
you
a
go.
shit.
I don't
give a shit.
Raising
Raising her was like Jimmy cracking corn.
meaning
Jimmy crack corn and I don't care.
Jimmy crack corn and I don't care.
Yeah.
Jimmy crack corn and I don't care because
There's no
something went
ending to
away.
what I was saying.
I'm sorry. Could we have a more contemporary reference? I'm not
No, but
familiar
I'm just
with
saying.
Jimmy
You
crack
brought your
corn.
daughters. You beautiful. You got 2. You have twins.
Twin daughters,
15-year-old girls.
15-year-old girls.
Which is I will tell you, very hard time.
Yeah.
15, and they came over, and you had them regale my granddaughter
Right.
with the F word.
They did. I allow them to curse. I allow them to curse in front of me. I hope that's
And
not
in front of
offending
my
anyone.
I'm not
9-year-old.
9-year-old.
Yes.
These are the O'Connell girls.
Yeah.
How the fuck are you?
Yeah.
We do have a rule. They're allowed to curse only in our car when they get in our car. One of my daughters got in trouble in grade school, grammar school, for saying a bad word in class. And I said, you can't do that at school. You can only do it in the car. Get it out now. And I let them really let it go in the car. And,
Really?
yeah, I let it go.
You don't you don't have a potty mouth. You don't. Maybe your wife does.
No, we don't have potty mouths.
So
no.
why are they? Where do they get this from?
I don't know. The interwebs, all those, maybe TikTok.
Have you seen the video of the young girl that they had her go into the bathroom because she was getting in trouble for cursing all the time, and so they had her go into the bathroom.
Did you see that? That's on TikTok. Have you seen that?
You know, Howie, this is why my children are so enamored with you. I'm not on TikTok. I don't do it.
They're enamored with me because you're not on TikTok.
They're enamored with you because I'm not on TikTok. No, they're enamored with you because they are on TikTok and they're
That's why I
quite
dance.
familiar with you and your work. And I'm
But put up the TikTok. Do you guys know that TikTok? She was sharing it, and I
have
took it
the
out of
link.
the file. Do you have it? Send it. We'll show you the one with the little girl. She puts her in the room to
He just
swear.
looked so annoyed when you said, "Do you have it?" He's like, "Ugh,
I've been dumping them, so hang on, let me find it.
He dumped them. We send him material, and then he just dumps it because we're not.
It's in a link on my shared Google.
We can edit this part out.
That's okay.
Waiting for the
No, we don't edit.
No, this awkward. We don't edit.
no, like this part where you're looking for a clip.
Well, you make that noise for the whole time
Why
until
edit
we
when
find it when we can have that. See? We don't. We don't edit it out.
You are. I'm going to pay you a compliment, Mr. M. You're an inspiration with your kids and everything, and just how they're a part of your lives, and how I can only hope that I have half a good of relationship with my daughters as you seem to have with your children now.
Amazing.
See?
You're so inspirational, Dad.
I told you. I told you how wonderful I am.
Great.
If nothing.
And, I have to tell you from some stories that your father has told me, he was a very hands-on father who actually...
using the wrong terminology. I was there. I was there.
No. I didn't. I didn't mean anything like that.
But what he meant is, if there was a sleepover, I wanted to know where you were going. I wanted to talk to the other parents.
The story I heard is that you infiltrated a party and said, "I'm getting you out of here now." You extracted your daughter from a house party that was pretty wild.
That happened more than once. It didn't even have to be that wild. Just if I was somewhere where I wasn't supposed to be, he would find out where I was, show up, and
now, were you able to track your daughter on like those apps like Life 360?
We didn't
you were
have
able
that.
to see.
We didn't have that. She's
I
old.
had a pager.
She's almost 40.
I had a pager.
Yeah,
There's
pager?
there's no tracking on a pager.
No, there was no tracking children.
So you had the old...
I don't even know if she's mine.
The old-fashioned way, you had to gather information, call people up, find out where your daughter was.
Right.
You would threaten my friends
until
they would tell you where I was.
I would call like where I thought they were, and I'd phone the house, and I'd go, "Is Jackie there?" And the person would say, "No, Jackie's not here." And I go, "Okay, so you're okay with me calling the police, sending them over to your house just to check?
Wow.
Can you hang on a minute, Mr. Mandel? Jackie, Jackie, answer the phone." Right? That happened a lot.
Yeah. I haven't involved the authorities yet because I'm not a snitch.
Snitches get stitches.
Even if you're parents?
No, it's funny. I have to like sort of like, I'm at an age now where I'm like saying to my kids, please don't get drunk at this party that I'm dropping you off at. Please, I'm begging you. And I'm sort of like trying to give them a little trust, a little slack,
And then when you pick them up, do they take a breathalyzer? Or do they have to, you make them pee every so often into a cup?
No, I haven't tested them yet. I haven't tested them yet.
Yeah, I know you think it's a joke, but you did drug tests on me.
I did.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I did.
Really?
I wasn't trying to be funny.
Yeah.
Like the hair test.
No, he would
hair
take
test.
me. He would take me somewhere, and they would do drug testing.
I'd
And
take
you
her to
would go
clinic.
into a facility and have to go into the cup and everything?
Yeah.
It's fun times.
Yeah.
Fun times.
Why is that? Why do you find that weird?
I don't find it weird. I'm just going to say from a parenting standpoint, it's, I think the way I'm dealing with it right now is, hey, guys, I hope you're not doing anything. If you are, please be careful. You can always talk to me about stuff. And my teenage kids have told me that they have
maybe you don't want to say this.
done some bad things.
Okay.
And I've said I'm disappointed. There's a lot of addiction in our family. Be careful.
Don't say anything you don't want to say.
No. But no, it's not that. I'm not afraid to say this. But I haven't gone to I haven't tested them yet.
Here is the thing, and I'm going to be totally honest for a little bit of a serious moment. The people and the things that were happening when she was that age are things that movies were made about. it was a little more serious.
Yeah.
Not necessarily, because nowadays drugs to me are so much more scary than they were back then with fentanyl and all that stuff.
But what? Yeah, because you can die from taking the drugs. But what movies were made of the group of people that you hung with?
We've talked about this. Alpha Dog, 13.
You know Alpha Dog?
Sure. Yeah, it's like gang stuff. Sure.
No, that was the one with Justin Timberlake where one kid got murdered because he didn't pay the drug bill.
Right.
She knows those people.
Yeah.
What's the other one? 13?
13, yeah.
Yeah, 13 and all. So it was a very serious, I would imagine.
I heard Game of Thrones was
Pretty
based
much, yeah.
on.
Oh, I remember the year that the winter came.
Yeah.
I do.
I was hanging out with Jon Snow.
Right.
Yeah.
And it wasn't John. It was just the
snow.
Right.
If you know what I mean.
Stop.
But anyway, what? Stop what?
If I ever want to go back to teaching, I think I'm just like ruining my chances of getting hired as a teacher again.
I'm not. That said, I also Howie, I may not be as
hands-on.
No.
Hands-on as careful as you. You know, you seem like someone who's like very much like.
Jerry's calling.
Oh, somebody's calling?
My wife.
Oh.
Hang on. Hello?
Hi, what you doing?
I'm sitting here with Jerry O'Connell. We're on the podcast right now.
You should say that you're live.
Say hi, Jerry.
On speakerphone. Hi.
Say hi.
Hi.
Hi, Tara.
Hello. Hi.
How are you?
She doesn't sound like
She's
she
gone.
feels good.
You don't think you should have said to your wife, like, hey, you're on the air, just in case she blurted something out, like, hey, his kids need to be drug tested.
No. Like, what's the worst thing she could have? Did you get?
I mean,
like she might have said
something really bad. Like
you promised me you were going to get your penis shortened. Did you do it yet?
Right. Yeah, she could have said that.
And you would have just edited that out.
Yeah.
It's not a problem.
I don't want to bring up personal things.
Yeah.
Speaking of personal things, you are very funny. And you told me, I love the things that you do in your spare time just for fun.
Sure. Like exercise, healthy eating, Pilates, core work.
If you don't want to bring it up, I won't bring it up.
You can bring up anything you want.
Really?
Yeah.
That your Instagram site that you showed me and what you wrote.
So this is remarkable because I actually showed Howie something about the internet, which doesn't happen much.
And this is not something that would make your kids as proud as me on TikTok. Dad on Instagram.
Yeah, this is nothing to be proud of at all. There's a Instagram feed called Mugshot Shorties. Shorties spelled
There they are.
SH.
No, then we got it. I followed it from the moment you said it. I have been on it every day.
Have you been commenting?
I haven't been commenting because I'm not as eloquent as Mr. O'Connell.
Right.
But
They are hot.
so these are, just to explain to the people at home, these are mugshots of actual felons.
Oh,
Well,
wait,
not felons. No.
What?
Not felons. I think they're arrested. So I don't think anyone's been. You have to be proven guilty.
Some of them have been charged, probably, right? But this is only their mugshots from the initial.
booking, yeah.
So
This is like J-Date. If J was jail instead of Jewish.
Does it give an update on each of them? Like,
Do you know what they're in for?
charged?
You know, it does state the crime. Should we say alleged crime? The alleged crime.
Alleged. And is there a
You're
certain...
so careful.
Yeah, go ahead.
You know, there is something a little rude about it because it is, and we should say, it does paint people in their not the best light.
What do you mean?
Well, it's the mugshot. I don't know if people want that posted on a Instagram feed that has so many followers.
Well, look at this.
Some of them look good, though.
They all look very attractive. It is attractive mugshots. Now, currently, it's just women, females, people who identify as women. But
you were really careful. He doesn't want to offend anybody.
oh, isn't this like? Aren't we like super? Isn't this like a super PC show?
And we're both on network television, so we have to be careful.
But not right now.
I think they should open it up to dudes as well. I mean, remember
just give
remember
us
the hottest felon in the world
Yeah.
who became a model?
Yeah.
Very attractive man. And had a few face tattoos, really like all of it, super hot. But I have been leaving I showed Howie. I was leaving just some comments. I was trying to be very poetic and stuff.
Do you have your phone with you?
I have my phone. I turned it off because this is like a professional.
No, we're not professional.
Podcast.
So you can leave it on.
gonna turn it back
What's the
on.
worst that could happen? You get a phone call in the middle of a podcast. Like you don't even have to turn it off. But you should read. You have to read. He sees these pictures, and then he comments. Mm-hmm. And then you want to read one?
I learned this from you, Howie. I learned that I saw you were on Comments by Celebs, which is another very popular Instagram feed.
I've never heard of that.
You were?
I am?
Yeah. Have you never heard of Comments by Celebs?
No.
Oh, man.
Put that up for a second. Comments.
That's a really fun one because that's celebrities making comments.
Well, that makes sense.
Comments by Celebs. Another funny follow.
I've never heard of that. Comments by Celebs.
Howie, someone said they were interviewing. Everything comes back to both of your podcasts. Someone said they were going to be interviewing Tom Sandoval, and you simply commented, "Do your homework," and it was wildly popular.
It is important. You did Tom Sandoval's podcast. You're good friends of Tom, right? Or
I wouldn't say I'm good friends. He,
I think you're besties.
You're a Bravo guy, though. You watch
listen,
Bravo.
I do watch Bravo, and I'll tell the full story. I told it on his show, but he has a podcast, and there was a commercial for it that sort of ran, and it started off with
shirtless him.
Right, the shirtless him, right. And his podcast is, I guess we'll give it a plug. Everyone loves Tom, and that's a play on words because everyone doesn't like him right now because
it's irony.
Unfaithful, right? And
he's unfaithful.
It started off with Jennifer Lawrence saying bad things about him, Adele saying bad things about him, and then me accusing him of not being a man. And it was pretty jarring for me to see the commercial. I didn't know I was going to be in it.
Well, he obviously loved it and was flattered by the fact that you knew who he was. And
well, then he said, "Hey, everybody loves Tom. I have a podcast now," and I felt really bad that I was on camera saying he's not a man for some of his transgressions,
which you're doing again right now.
Well, I felt bad.
Okay,
and we follow each other on. Wow, this is all about social media, this episode. We follow each other on social media, and I DM'd him, "Hey, I just saw that commercial. I felt really bad about saying you weren't a man. I'm sorry, it was the heat of the moment. Let me know if I can ever help with your podcast. I live in LA. Good luck with the podcast." And I sent that DM. I just didn't want any beef I didn't want him cursing at me if I saw him on the street or something.
Does that happen to you? Do people go,
"No, but
fuck you, Jerry"?
Well, I know, but I mean, could you imagine if like the commercial for this podcast was me going, "Howie Mandel isn't a man. He drug tests his daughter."
Which is a great clip, guys. That is the clip.
He texted me back, I'd say 15 seconds later, and said, "Tom Schwartz just canceled. Can you come in today?"
Tom Schwartz canceled
2 p.m. And I texted my wife and I went, "Oh shit, Tom Sandoval's asking me to do his podcast." I know we talked about it, the title of his show, Everybody Loves Tom, but everyone didn't love Tom at the time. A lot of people still don't love Tom. And my wife said to me, "You can't do that show. You can't do that. You can't be affiliated with him." And I said, I said I would do it, and I said, "Okay, I'll come and do it." And it was really frightening going and doing his podcast. It was like almost like it was like going to do like Kim Jong-un's podcast or something. It was like
there. You've really made up for what you said about him the first time. He's not a man. He's just a maniacal dictator narcissist.
But getting back to this mugshot shorties feed, I have been inspired by some of the images of these young ladies who are on here, and I mean, I'll just I'll let you know. There's a young lady here, and I wrote.
Should we put her up? Is there?
I mean, I don't want to put her up. I don't want her.
What
to
is
get
she in?
trouble.
What is she? You don't want her to get in trouble.
It's a mugshot.
She's in an 8x8 cell. What is her?
This is a young lady. All right, this is a dark-haired lady who's on Mugshot Shorties. You can
I know,
look it
but
up.
what did she do? What is it alleged she did?
All right, so this is the trick. I don't, if it's like something violent or it's like anything like above like second-degree manslaughter, I don't comment on it because
Right. You
it's
have
like too
standards.
scary.
I think that's good. But less.
Or
But assault you would do.
But if there's bodily harm, I think about it. It depends on how much I'm inspired by the photo.
Okay. I love that.
Okay,
I love
so
that.
this
Sometimes
is,
you think it's just willy-nilly, but as long as there could be
There's
some
a lot
bodily.
of thought that goes into this.
Yeah, it's not just.
This was a young lady who was on there, and in the comments I wrote, and what was her crime? Let me see. Driving while intoxicated. Okay.
No
Which
biggie.
is bad. No one should drive while intoxicated. It is not good.
Did she hit someone?
I don't think so because that
You
would
don't
have been.
think so, but that could be
that would have been
vehicular
damage.
manslaughter.
Yeah.
How are you with vehicular manslaughter?
Manslaughter.
How am I with it? I
No,
think it's
I'm
bad.
just saying it is bad.
No one should drink and drive. Anyway, this is what I wrote.
That's
I
a
wrote
great PSA. Go ahead.
I wrote elegant beauty, mysterious yet inviting eyes.
Wait. Let's add some. Do you have some romantic music?
Oh, yeah.
Let's put some music under this.
Are you okay, Dad?
I don't know. I've got these in-ear things, and it's so busy.
Yeah, you evolved.
This makes it so much better than wearing a headset because
You
I
can't
find.
see because of your glasses. You
Oh,
can't see
I
it
think
over
the
your head.
headset is very
careful
cumbersome.
with that. Don't choke yourself.
Okay.
Okay, here
Anyway,
we
wait. We're gonna get some music.
Okay.
You put on the headset so you can play to the
go. Okay.
music.
All right.
Are we? Do we have
Did you
romantic
unplug?
music?
I think he unplugged the headset.
Well, he's gonna plug it in. He's been in the business.
Last time we did this, we got flagged.
Isn't there any music that is not? Go to YouTube. He's gonna tell you how to do that because this is worth a setup.
Why don't you guys just hum some romantic music?
What? I don't know a romantic. No, that sounds like a problem. Will we definitely not get flagged? Alex, just find me
what's the
something we
problem
won't get
with
flagged.
YouTube music is
What?
that they'll say that you can use it, and then like a month later they'll lose the license to it, and then it's not usable anymore, and then you're demonetized.
You think we're gonna get demonetized?
It's just happened with my
That's
That's not good.
that's not good.
That's not good.
Are we at like a
What are you doing?
Mexican restaurant? This is like
Oh wait. Here we go. Just romantic instrumental. This is the worst. When you're going for free, this is the best you can get
Okay,
for
here we
nothing.
go.
Here we go. He's gonna find something.
there's got to be. Hasn't AI figured this out yet?
There we go.
Oh yeah. Here we go.
Okay. So set it up.
This is a young lady who was driving while intoxicated on Mugshot Shorties. Elegant beauty, mysterious yet inviting eyes that seem to look into our very souls with piercing beauty. A true beauty of our generation. We should be grateful we are on this earth at the same time as her. Truly spectacular. And then some of the other comments that replied to mine were from G. Miller 128 wrote, "You gonna bail her out, Romeo?" Morgan XWI wrote, "Shut the hell up." Zachy D. Baby wrote, "Volleyball Dad Life. You've been in some of the biggest movies in 25 years, and you're commenting on this woman. Why, Mr. Jerry O.C., why?" John McAlevey wrote, "Relax, bro." Trumpy Bear hates Biden. Oh, we just got political. Sorry. Bro, you aren't getting a green card from her. Take a chill. Don't know what that means and why he had to bring
Politics
immigration into it. D Squared wrote, "And I'm finished."
Read. Do you have another one that you?
Lil Buddy 1983 wrote, "Go write a book, bro." Arcade Junkie wrote, "You're overdoing it."
Does she answer? Does she see these? Does she answer?
No.
No.
I think this is like another person that has this account that just pulls mugshots from the internet. Like it's not.
I think someone scours mugshots and looks for people they deem attractive because it's in the eye of the beholder, as we all know. I mean,
Give us
your
one
thing.
more, though. And
You want me to give you one more?
One more.
All right, I'll give you one more.
Okay.
I wanted to see the pictures of these, like which ones you chose to write on.
This was the young lady. I don't want to show her face. You can look it up. It's on Mugshot Shorties.
Okay.
All right, here's a young lady who was busted for grand larceny. Grand larceny.
Wow. Her
Okay.
larceny wasn't just larceny. It was grand.
Very attractive. I was actually like really moved by this young lady's photo.
And her crime?
Sure, why not? Grand larceny's kind of cool.
Hot.
It's kind of hot.
It's not just larceny, it's
Grand.
grand larceny. So here we go. Give me a little music,
You
please.
found her, Gary. The same music we had before.
Where are we? Which way is home? We need help because we are lost in these eyes. Mesmerizing. Beautiful full features, but having trouble focusing because, again, lost in those eyes. I read the whole story about the snake candle holder. Just a little addition. The woman was arrested for stealing a snake candle holder. You can read it on the site.
You're
But
going to
who-
share these pictures with us?
But who hasn't taken a snake candle holder home after an 8-course meal? It was at a restaurant. Actually, I've never taken home a snake candle holder. And I don't ever recall ever seeing a snake candle holder. But I don't recall much of this time because I am lost in those eyes. Total mesmerization. And only one reply who said, "Dude, you were in Kangaroo Jack and you're lost in those eyes." I mean, it's just like people making fun of me.
I love that.
Anyway, it is a great follow.
You'll
It's
send
a lot
those
of fun.
pictures. Send those two
I will,
pictures.
I will send those two
We're
pictures.
going to put those
yeah.
pictures up so we have those faces during the.
I will send those two pictures. It's a really fun follow though, but just have fun with it. Remember, I mean, I don't want to like totally make fun of people because it might not be their best hour. You know
what's going to be?
we've all-
You know what? Cut to 6 months from now or 2 to 5 years from now, you're going to be on those girls' podcasts.
Oh, one can only hope. One can only hope.
So you do it all. What is, if you had your preference? Because like me, I'll tell you, because I act and I hosted a game show and I judge and everything.
Sure.
My favorite thing is stand-up comedy.
Wow.
If I had to do one thing, that's what
Yeah.
I would do. You are hosting Pictionary.
Yeah,
You
I host a game show.
You host a game show, so you're a game show host. You're a talk show host on the talk, and you are a very fine actor.
Yeah.
So what is your if you had to choose one? What is
It's
your
funny. I don't know if it's your favorite thing to do is stand-up comedy, right? That's what you
I
said.
think I just said that
Yeah.
a minute ago.
You know what? I think it's your first love, and my first love is acting, really. I would say I'm hosting because
Money.
I'm hosting because I'm not working as much as an actor anymore.
So you're saying money.
I don't want to say money. I have
did.
to. I have to have a job.
Right.
And if I wasn't hosting, I'd be doing something else. I don't know. But
But if you had to choose one thing, you're saying
it
an
would be
actor.
acting.
You're
And
very good at acting.
Yeah, and I
And-
think it's first love stuff. I think and I don't want to speak for you, but I think you came into the entertainment industry as a stand-up. And I think it's like your first it's your first goal. So you never get it out of your head. And it's really funny. I never stop thinking like an actor. I can't explain it.
But it's not something you studied or pursued. Didn't they find you for Stand By Me? You were just a kid.
When I was in Stand By Me, I was in an acting school once a week, and it was on Sundays. And I was 11 when I did Stand By Me, which is young. I mean, that's a kid.
Yeah.
Your child is 9. Mm-hmm. I mean, can you imagine in 2 years your daughter is like on a movie set doing a big movie? It's a lot.
No, that's crazy.
You know, I was
Did
not,
you know at
you know,
11?
I got to tell you, I knew at around 10 it was something I was very good at. I was in a teenage acting class on Sundays, and the older teenagers, I remember we had a scene that we did where it was an improv class, and they said, okay, you're on a rooftop, and we all had to improv, and I came up with this bit that no one could step on pigeons, watch out for the pigeons, and it was killing with these like 16 and 17-year-olds, you know? And I made it all about saving the pigeons. And I remember after the class, all the teenagers were like smoking ciggies outside, and like these 17-year-olds are going, hey man, that was really funny what you were doing. That was great. And it was the first time I was doing something where someone told me I was really good at it. And I think
Kind of sad and nice at the same time.
you know, I think I got to tell you, I think I caught the bug right then and there, that I wanted to do things that made people laugh. And listen, then I get Stand By Me. It was an open call. I was very loose in an audition. Rob Reiner was great with us as kids. I think, like, looking back, he cast us for our personalities, you know, not based on just reading scripts. He talked to us a lot. But I have to tell you, the first day we were on set on Stand By Me, I was always getting in trouble for, they called me hyperactive. That's the term they used in the 80s. Now they might call it ADHD or something, you know, but they called it hyperactivity back then. And I was always getting in trouble at school. I recall my mom always having to talk to people, and like there was like talk about putting me on medication and all that stuff, you know. And I remember the first day I was on Stand By Me, we were doing a scene in the junkyard, and I ad-libbed something. I was messing around after a take, you know, as in character, going back to that pigeon improv thing I was doing. And I ad-libbed something, and Rob Reiner yelled, cut, 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 and started like making a beeline toward us and went, Jerry. And I was like, oh man, here it comes. He's going to tell me, shut up, you know, sit on your hands. Do we have to put you on medication? Stop. Just read the lines, you know. I was like, oh, here it comes, you know, and it's already day one and I'm already getting in trouble. And he came over to all of us and he went, that right there, that's what I need. I need more of that. Keep going. And I swear to you, it's like a light bulb went off in my head, that to bring things to everything I do, you know, to bring something a little extra. And it was freeing. It was freeing. It was like the world had been telling me up until that point, shut up, don't talk out of line, be quiet. And I thought the problem was with me. And I realized, well, the problem is I just need to be on a set. That's what has to happen. And you can edit around that. I'm sorry I took 15 minutes.
No,
to tell that story.
That was brilliant.
You love acting for the same reason you love comedy. You always say everything that he ever got in trouble for is something he gets paid for now. So it sounds like
It's not a joke.
It's
I also have been diagnosed as an adult with ADHD. I can't focus. I can't stay in, and I go off. My mind goes. And that was the place where whatever that issue is that doesn't really fit into this box that they call school and education and the way people, you know, I believe there is a place for everybody. Some of us are lucky enough in happenstance to find that, and then some of us aren't. And then when we could look for it, if we can not give up and not be totally debilitated by somebody telling you, you're wrong, this is bad, this is the way to be, society has a standard, then that's a great story. You should never apologize for the reason I usually interrupt. It was mesmerizing, wonderful, and incredibly relatable to me. So then you're this kid who's not really fitting into whatever the societal norm is. You come out, you do that movie. The movie is a huge box office,
huge hit,
smash.
Still is. It's a classic.
I know. So you're a movie star. Then do you go right back to the regular world?
Yeah, you know, it's funny. My parents weren't prepared. And I'm not saying that like it's a bad thing. I just didn't have stage parents. They didn't know what to do. And it's funny, I remember my mom talking on the phone, and for those of us who are older, the phone was usually in one place in your house or your apartment. Sorry?
It's a landline.
A landline, yeah. So you had to talk, so you were able to always hear phone conversations because they happened in your house. You know, someone wasn't going off to a quiet area and talking on a cell phone. And I remember my mother was talking to River Phoenix's mom, and River Phoenix's mom was explaining to my mother, you got to get an agent. This movie's a hit. Like, he needs an agent. Like, that's what you do. You get an agent, you pay an agent 10%, they bring you jobs and everything.
Wait, you didn't have an agent when you were doing the movie?
I did not have an agent. I didn't have an agent. I didn't.
Who negotiated that movie?
I
Your
guess
parents?
my parents. I don't know. I mean,
Do you mind me asking what you got paid for that movie?
I could tell you how much I got paid. I know exactly. Because it was, at the time, an exorbitant amount of money. I mean, I literally, to my family, not my immediate family, to my family tree. I'm talking generations. I was paid $16,000 to be in Stand By Me. And
how long did you work on it?
a couple months.
But $16,000 for a couple months is a lot. $8,000 a month. Not only for an 11-year-old, not only for that time, the average person working today does not make $8,000 a month. So it's still a lot of money.
Yeah.
By the standards of what people think about show business, they would say,
You know, I think it was the, I think if you did a movie back then as a lead, I think that's what you got paid. I think it was the standard amount. Don't
Scale.
quote me on any of this. Scale, right. I'm sorry if I'm wrong with these numbers. I'm pretty sure that's what the numbers are. I'm pretty sure that's what scale was back then in 1985.
So you banked $16,000. Did your parents let you keep that money, or did they?
No, they took it. They got drugs with it and alcohol and
Okay.
I'm joking, everyone. My parents are very nice. They put it in a bank and it was in a college fund and everything.
And knowing you probably still have 9,000 of it.
No, Howie's joking. I'm a little, what's the word I'm looking for?
Not
Frugal.
frivolous, frugal.
Frugal, yeah. Cheap.
Not a little. You know that his wife, and rightly so, if she's going to travel, she's a star in her own right, Rebecca Romaine.
Look her up.
And she wants to travel first class.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And she does.
Yeah.
And when they travel, she travels first class.
Yes.
And you travel economy?
I go right in the back of the
Yeah.
plane. I sit right back there.
You won't pay for it. But anyway,
I
so
am
you
not
got,
cheap though. You've never paid for a meal
Is
around me.
that
I always.
because you want to save money, or you just need that space between you and your wife?
No, you know what? I have to tell you, as an actor, I've had abject unemployment, you know, and I just can't get it. I just can't waste money. I'm waiting for the hard times to come, you know. It's
I don't think with your
it's funny.
talent, I don't think you have to worry. I mean, because you have so many avenues to go garner that money. You're really good as a game show host. You're really good as a talk show host. You're really good as an actor. So let's stay on this track. So now the movie comes out. You've got $16,000.
Movie
River
comes
Phoenix, Joaquin's mother. People know Joaquin now. More
Sure.
than River passed away.
Sure.
You know, but Joaquin's mother. Was she an agent, or was she?
No, but they were very helpful with my mom in the business. They were. They had.
Are you friends with them anymore? The Phoenix family?
On social media. I can't say that I see them. The really only two. I'm friendly with Rob Reiner. I'm friendly with a producer named Andrew Scheinman, who's one of the founders of
Castle
Rock, which and I'm very close with him, and of course Will Wheaton and Corey Feldman.
Corey Feldman.
Corey Feldman, yeah, I'm very friendly with Corey Feldman.
Tell me about. He's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I almost feel bad for him.
Yeah.
Is he? I want to be politically.
Sure. You want to be nice?
I want to be nice.
Yeah.
I don't have any, but it seems like.
He's a rock star. He's pursuing music. Music, I think, is his first passion. That's what it seems to me. He's a good buddy of mine. I mean, I've known him. He's my oldest friend in Hollywood.
Have you gone to one of his shows?
I have. I've actually performed with him.
I watched him on TV. Stand by Me.
We performed Stand by Me with each other.
But that's not what his real thing is. Like he did that, and that was just an appearance on your show. But he does these rock shows with these angels, and he's gotten viral for sometimes the wrong reason. I love the guy. He's actually really good friends with the guy that created the hologram.
Oh, really?
David, yes, he did.
You should have him on the show. You should have him perform his band and everything. You should have him.
I would like to. I just don't want anything to go. I don't want to make fun of somebody. So is your best friend in the world, do you think he was subjected to some of that Michael Jackson stuff?
I don't know. I know he's a huge Michael Jackson fan and defender, so I don't know that. I can't speak for that.
Is he still defending it? I don't think he is.
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It gets a little...
I don't want you to say anything
I
you
doubt
don't want
those
to
are
say.
the conversations that you guys are having together.
When's the last time you spoke to him?
I spoke to him. I text him. We have a texting relationship, but I have not asked him. I've never asked him about Michael Jackson.
If you texted him now, would he text you right back?
Probably.
I want you to pick up your phone. I want you to text him right now and say, "Will you do Howie Mandel's podcast?"
You want me to do that? Okay. Hey, I'm doing Howie Mandel's podcast. You should come over.
Not now.
Not now.
Anytime. Ask him if he'll be on the podcast.
Hey, all right. Hey, Corey.
Yeah.
I used to see him all the time in Santa Cruz.
Yeah.
Perform in Santa Cruz.
Santa Cruz, the town?
Mm-hmm.
As opposed
because
to
I went to college there. So
Yeah.
they would every year they would do a big thing on the boardwalk and he would be there.
Sure thing. Corey Feldman. Okay. His number is 747.
No.
49.
No.
I'm joking.
Oh,
okay.
Just text him and just say and see if he answers when
All right,
you're
so
there.
he texted me something.
Today?
Is this like a group chat you have?
He texted me something and I didn't respond to it. So that's
I get
already
that
a bad
because
friend.
that was kind of like, are you going to be on the podcast today?
Yeah. In my defense, you didn't text me. I said text me about when I should come in and everything. Just to remind me.
I thought you meant text you right before to the address.
I meant text you.
Okay.
I didn't mean.
But you're here,
right before.
and this is going fantastically.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So he texted me something about if I was interested in doing like a signing thing, like signing.
For Stand By Me.
Yeah. And
When did he do that? How long ago?
January 11th.
Okay.
Today. I didn't answer
You
back.
should say sure. Sure.
Okay.
Sorry.
Say
Sure.
okay. Say
So let's
okay
just
when,
open up.
and he'll say
Sorry.
January 18th.
Sorry, I didn't respond to this. I can't say I'm just seeing it because I must have just seen it. Sorry, I didn't respond.
Why can't you say I'm just seeing it because you just see it?
Maybe he didn't. Maybe you saw it and then you just didn't answer.
We have cameras here.
forgot.
We're recording. Didn't you just see it, Jerry?
Sorry, I didn't respond, dude.
Would you be interested in doing Howie Mandel?
Let him just.
Doing
You come up with your own
Howie-
text.
Mandel's Mandel
Mm-hmm. It's
Podcast.
SDE6L.
podcast.
6 is silent.
You should come do it.
It's great.
Hold on a second. You should come do it. His wife may call in the middle of your interview. Call in the middle of your interview. I'm
Could
really
happen.
writing that.
You really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel
Middle
like he should go on tour with Tom.
of
like the two of them
your
together.
interview.
Oh my God.
Hold on a second. Middle of your interview. And he's probs gonna ask you about Michael Jackson.
No.
That got really. Yeah, I really shut you guys up quick, didn't I?
You can say that. I'll see what he says. I might ask him about it. Did you send that? Send. I'm okay with that.
But it's fun.
But it's fun.
He might ask you about Michael Jackson, but it's fun.
I suggest you allow his band to perform.
Okay. I would.
Sound
I would.
great?
They're happy. We'll set up. Can we
You
set up
guys
a
have
band,
musical
Alex?
background. I know
Over
there's.
there.
Alex, can we set up a band?
Yeah.
I know
Yeah,
there's.
we'll do that.
I know a lot of your staff is in bands. In Tom Sandoval's band. Is that? Yeah.
Yeah, most
No.
of these are his backup dancers. Jeremy is mostly in his band.
But yeah, Stand By Me came out.
So then you go back to school, and are you a big star?
I was in public school. You know, I it's so funny. So I
Watch
was
your phone, because if he answers, I want you to.
I was 11 when I was in Stand By Me. And
Right.
the other guys were, and this is like typically some Hollywood stuff, they were older. They were like 15. They were, so typically child actors are older than they are.
Who was the biggest, most established star in that movie at that time?
I would say Corey Feldman. He was in Goonies, and that
Right.
was a big hit, you know?
Were you starstruck?
Ooh, yeah. I was, you know, I was, I didn't know anything about sets. I didn't know anything about cameras and marks and hitting your mark and, you know, even like waiting till they say action. You know, I just didn't know. I didn't know the technical stuff of it. You know, and they were very helpful. They were. We had a really fun summer. I had a really fun time. It's funny. I had a really fun time making that movie.
But then going back, were you able to assimilate into real life?
You know what's funny is it's funny, after we finished the movie, my father, who worked in advertising and had a few people that he worked with who had tried to succeed in the entertainment industry and did it unsuccessfully. My father, after filming, I came back and I was like, Dad, we were in Oregon. They let us ride the crane, and the camera's on a crane, and it was so much fun. And we did multiple takes, and they would reload the camera. Like I was explaining everything, and my father was like, listen, this sounds great. Don't go around telling people you're in a movie and you're a star of a movie. This movie is never getting released. Like, they never released these independent movies. It was an independent movie, you know?
He was trying to probably protect you from getting way too excited, right?
Yeah, because I'm sure I was saying I'm a star of a movie and I could ad-lib and do whatever I wanted. And he was like, don't go around talking about it. It's never going to see the light of day. They make these movies all the time,
But
and
then
they
it did.
never get released. And then it did, and it was a huge hit. And that's when I realized my father is like mistaken about everything. No, I never listened to your father. No, because I was 12 when the movie came out, it wasn't really my generation. That wasn't, Stand By Me was more of an older kids movie, you know? And so it didn't, I didn't
But
feel
even
the
though
pain.
it wasn't Goonies and it wasn't a kid's movie, but even the fact that if you had somebody who was in a movie
Yeah.
in your class, was that
I
not
am going to
considered
tell
a big...
you. So I got an agent right after Stand By Me. She was a, God rest her soul, she was a young person, a young adult agent. She was River Phoenix's agent. Her name was Iris Burton. And I believe Iris Burton is what Joey Tribbiani's agent was based on. You remember the agent who talked like this, like on
Yeah,
Friends?
on Friends, yeah.
Anyone who's a fan of Friends will know what I'm talking about. She was a real great, she was a legend, but a cigarette-smoking child agent who only handled young stars. And it was River Phoenix. I believe Fred Savage was a client, I believe. Don't quote me on this. So I immediately, starring in Stand By Me, was represented by the premier kid agent, you know? Kid agent, right?
Right.
Young
get
adult
it.
agent. And right after Stand By Me came out, Stand By Me is a hit. My first audition, you have to understand, I had never really auditioned. I had auditioned for Stand By Me, you
Right.
know? That was it.
So the next one was...
So my next audition was a television sitcom called Webster. And for those who don't recall, Webster starred Emmanuel Lewis, who was he was a kid who lived with, I don't want to say Dick Butkus, but he lived with, it was,
yeah, another big...
yeah. And it was sort of,
Karras. Wasn't it Karras?
I don't know.
The
Somebody
cast
look
of...
it up.
Who's in the cast of Webster?
But I remember, oh, there we go.
Alex Karras, I'm right.
Yeah, Alex Karras. You were right. I remember auditioning, going in and auditioning for Webster. And
Wait, what were you going to be?
I was
going to
be his friend. It was like a, what
don't
they
even
call like
show
a,
him
I
in
don't
the
know, like a
cast.
6-episode arc or something.
Oh, okay.
And they flew me out, and I flew on TWA, and I flew with my dad, and you know, Emmanuel Lewis was very like he was a star, a huge star at the time.
Another, and I don't know if it's you, but another connection to Michael Jackson. Wasn't Emmanuel Lewis the guy that Michael always carried on his shoulder?
I believe they did attend the Grammys or the Emmys.
Show Emmanuel Lewis
together.
and Michael
Yes.
Jackson pictures.
Again, I don't know anything about their relationship as well.
I'm
Howie,
not
you're
asking you, but I'm saying you seem to be
1 degree away
from
MJ.
just saying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
there
attended.
they are. There they are. They attended. They always went together, and
they
Emmanuel
attended,
Lewis was on his lap. So
an award
everybody
show.
you
I
ever
don't know if
tried
they went
to,
everywhere. I think that may have been one award show. I don't
They
know.
were-
if
they were
There's a
connected.
lot of pictures here that aren't just that one award show, though, right?
Yeah, they were friends. Again, I don't know anything
look at that
about
friendship. Look at that picture.
I
of
don't know
friendship.
anything about their relationship. Wow, we're really going off on a tangent here.
It's not really a tangent.
no.
We went from
We find a connection and we go with it.
Yeah, but now you're connecting me with Michael Jackson, and I've never met.
only the children of Michael, the childhood friends of Michael
Right.
Jackson.
I should say I've never met Michael Jackson. I never saw.
He died.
I know, he passed. Propofol, overdose.
Right. Have you ever had surgery?
I have, and they give you propofol, and the first thing
Another
you think of.
connection.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, you're right. I did make that connection.
Have
when
you
they
ever
said-
danced?
Yeah, I dance. I can dance.
Michael Jackson.
Have you ever worn gloves?
I sometimes my left hand gets really cold, so I just
You
wear
wear
one
one
glove.
glove.
MJ.
Wow, this is eerie. I can moonwalk.
Can you?
Yeah. You want to see me?
Yeah.
Can we get? Let's get a camera.
Well, I think we have.
Can we see it?
We
We're
can
good?
See it. Yeah, I see it right here.
Okay, there we are. You see,
Take
stay
my
on that.
I have to take my shoes off, and I have to warn you, Howie. I know how you are with like germs and stuff. I'm not wearing socks. Are you going to be okay with my bare feet?
You're
touching-
not wearing socks with your shoes?
Yeah, I just don't wear socks.
How
It's not
else
my
are you going to
thing.
get that odor?
That's disgusting.
Michael Jackson never wore socks. Here you can see where you are in the frame. Okay.
Yeah, do.
Wait,
No,
stay
wait.
on the big shot. Yeah.
I've never seen anyone do it forward.
Howie, can I ask you something?
Go ahead.
And I want you to be honest. You're a famous judge.
Yeah.
It's actually.
I want you to judge my feet.
Okay, go ahead. Oh, you're at.
Oh!
Oh, my phone. My phone.
Why are those two together? Why are those two together?
I have very weird feet.
What is that? These two are stuck together. Can we get a better shot of that? Take a.
They're actually clean though. You have no calluses.
Oh, wow.
My husband's calling.
I bet
I'll
you
show him. I'll show him.
Show him. Show the super
Go.
chat. Go ahead.
Go.
Put it near the
Yeah.
near the thing so he can say it on there.
What? That's Jerry. Say hi to Jerry. That's his feet.
No, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
He's our featured guest today.
Okay, I'm in the middle of a podcast.
Man.
Wow, the super chat must be lighting up. I bet you the super chat is lighting up now. We have a super chat.
Nice
We
to
don't just
meet
have a
you.
chat. We have a super
Oh,
chat.
you know what? We've been trying to think of what our members can get if we have like a member subscription. I think it should just be footage
Jerry.
of your feet.
Yeah.
Footage of your feet. It's called feetage.
Footage.
Oh, that was so fun getting my foot so close to Howie's lips.
He touched your drink.
You-
Did he touch that?
no, just your mic, just the mic. My toe.
This is the most disgusting moment of my life.
I have to say though, it is amazing
You
because
have
you have
nice
like zero calluses or anything on your
Do you take
feet.
care? Do you do pedicures? And
I go with my wife and kids to get pedicures. I mean, we all live in the same neighborhood. We established this. I live in the lower income area of our neighborhood. But let's give a shout out to Passion Nails on Topanga Canyon Boulevard.
You should see my dad's feet. He paints his nails.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he
Oh,
paints
wow.
his toenails.
I'm not.
Let's see them, Howie.
No, I don't do that. You
Let's
don't show
see
up
them.
guests.
Come
No,
on.
no,
I showed
no.
you mine. You show me
I would
yours.
like
That's
to.
how
no,
this works.
No, what I'm going to do is I'm going to feature my testicles.
You know you're going to be on WikiFeet now.
Good.
Good.
I bet you
Good.
See? It's all about finding, like, I'm a game show host now, and now I talked about abject unemployment, and I'm going to get...
Let me bring up another thing like that he's close to. Do you know?
Oh,
what?
this is like a thing. You
What?
take off your shoes a lot, apparently.
Oh, we
Oh,
got a lot
really?
of pictures. Yes. Look at all of the times you've taken off. That's all you.
I'm on WikiFeed?
Yes.
how many
oh my
you
God. Look how many you have. More than any woman I've ever. Is that
Oh,
you?
that is crazy. Look, that's not me.
It is.
It is.
It is
That
you.
is crazy.
On Live with Kelly, that's you. Are there other ones?
Guys,
Let's
I
see.
know
why
you're
are
not
you
going
on
to
the
believe me,
bed?
but I have never looked myself up on WikiFeed.
No, I believe
That
you didn't
is-
look it up. You're just look at you.
Those are
That's
not
you.
my feet.
Yeah, they have
Those
to
are
be.
not my feet.
They
that
are.
photo. I don't know whose feet
You
they
can't
are.
deny that your feet.
Yeah, this is.
Do we
this
have
is
other
not
ones
real.
with his feet? Like Jerry's feet? Oh, there you are. Jerry, there's your feet.
Yeah, I guess those are my feet. I'm sitting by a pool for those listening. I'm
What's his
tanning
score?
myself
Can
at
I
a
see what his
pool.
score is?
What is his WikiFeet score? You're
we
right.
get a score?
4.5.
WikiFeet Men. You're on WikiFeet Men. 4.5 out of 5.
It's pretty good. Well,
And
what?
you have 4,000. Oh no, 4.6 out of 5. I thought that was how many votes you had. No,
Oh.
4.6 out of 5.
It's going to go up now. We got you to a 4.8. See? Coming on my podcast. That's right.
How many times have you shown your feet though? I've never
It's
seen
like
that.
I've never seen
That's
more than all the features, all the movies you've done and television appearances. It's mostly you're the guy with the feet.
Oh man, putting my foot
Stand
in
by
Howie's
feet.
face was like
A moment.
so fun.
It'll be a moment.
I do have to say we have a mutual friend who, like you, Howie, we're all very close with him. He is a little bit of a germaphobe, you know. And we were in New York City, he and I. Oh man, I gotta send you a photo. I can't believe I didn't send you the photo. But I had to be uptown. I was in a play and I had to get uptown, and it was the rush hour. And I went, hey man, I'm sorry, but we gotta do it. We gotta take the subway. And I took the subway with him, and it was so funny.
Michael?
Brody, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was so funny. You know what's I
Is
sent
he a germaphobe?
I didn't think he was that much of a germaphobe.
Oh.
Maybe in comparison to you, Dad.
I've taken the subway, but it's really hard to hang on to things. I went to a Met game and I had to hang on to things. It's really hard to I fell over. I almost fell over about 4 or 5 times. So I didn't want to sit on anything. I didn't want to touch anything, but it's the best way to go to the ball game.
it's the only way to get there.
You also have another connection that you don't have to talk about if you don't want to talk about, but we have a lot of
Is this going to be with me and Michael Jackson again?
No, we're taking you to a whole other area.
All right,
of
no more
reality.
Michael Jackson. I've
Reality
never met
TV.
the man. I know nothing about
We
any
never
of that.
said you
I
did.
watched the documentary.
And there's my buddies. But the other connection is The Bachelor.
Oh yeah,
You know that?
I do
you
know
know his
that.
connection with The Bachelor?
His brother.
yeah.
Yeah. I
My
do know
brother
that.
was the Bachelor. Anyone here affiliated with the Bachelor? Like,
Yeah.
No.
yeah.
No.
Yes.
Who?
How?
Well, we have 166 people on staff, and there, I think, over 30 people have worked on that show.
Oh well, they've worked on it, but they're currently like I'm not like offending.
No.
Sponsor of yours or
No,
anything.
they're not a sponsor, and nobody is employed. Nobody here.
Yeah, you know what?
Well, you call Charlotte on the 4th floor and ask her if anybody in her team is affiliated at this point with The Bachelor before he
was,
says what he's going to say. Wait, he's got what?
Yeah, got it.
Got it. Thank you.
I'm gonna tell you, it was a terrible experience. It was really like, it put our family through a lot. It was too emotional, you know. When they bring the dates home, it involves my parents. You know, like my parents are older people; they're not ready for on camera. It's I realize it's a highly entertaining, highly successful show. I'm not watching this season, but I know there's a guy who has something to do with tennis because there's a billboard and like a tennis racket or something and engagement rings on the tennis rackets. So I realize the popularity of it, but I do want to say, as someone who experienced it secondhand, firsthand a little bit because my brother did it, I wouldn't suggest doing it or having anything to do with it. It was too harrowing.
So are you kind of on the side now of like Bethany's position on reality television
You know,
and exploiting.
listen, I am not on Bethany's side because Bethany really comes after a very good friend of mine, Andy Cohen.
Yeah.
And I don't, I really, in my heart, I know that Andy Cohen is a good person who does not want to, does not purposely do bad things. And I know that for a fact. So when I see people saying negative things about Andy Cohen, I want to defend him and say he is really a good-hearted person.
So you don't like Brandy then?
That's a legal situation. I don't want to get into that. But I do want to say he's a really good-hearted person. You know, I just think, you know, it's funny. I think about Andy Cohen. So much of what he does is real life and drama, like what is real, what isn't real, relationships going sour, real life. And it's funny, Andy, because he is in the middle of it, I think finds himself in the middle of these relationships that go bad. And but I have to defend.
Well, maybe not. I wasn't specifically saying, like, maybe you don't agree with Bethany and her tactic and the direct attack on Andy, but like the overall theme of reality television and what it could do to a person and their mental state. You know, like, not take Bethany and what she said about Andy out of it, and more so like the...
Well, you believe that your brother was... That's
Yeah.
not Andy Cohen, but it is the same genre. Your brother was exploited, you feel.
No, I didn't say that.
Your family.
I didn't say that. I didn't
Okay.
say they were exploited. My brother signed up for it, and we signed up for it.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, I would, if anyone is thinking about doing it, and you are in any way,
Vulnerable?
not ready for, if you have like even the slightest doubt, don't do it.
I don't think people know. I don't think anybody, even us in the business, I don't think you can ever be prepared for the way your life changes. And I'm not talking about just reality TV. It could even be a post that can change your life. You know, the fact that people are choosing to live their life or to share their thoughts or to share their personal space with others, you don't know how that is going to affect you, how it's going to be interpreted, how it is going to change your life. And you can never know that.
It's really funny. I think I'll speak on behalf of my wife. I think my wife and I feel a little bit of shame with my brother because we really pushed him to do The Bachelor. We thought it would be hilarious. My wife and I love unscripted television. We love reality television. And we were in a relationship, and when we knew one of the producers who was saying, hey, we're looking for somebody, we're looking at these people, and we really pushed for my brother to do it. We really pushed for it. And it was a nightmare. it was really
Does he have any resentment toward you having done it?
No, I get along with my brother very well. I talk to him a lot and everything, but it was and I don't think we have the kind of relationship where it's like, this is your fault. You made me do this, because you don't, again, and I also want to say, when people sign up for these things, I think they sign up for it. I think you're in it, you know? I mean, man, and it's funny just how, like, history almost repeats itself. I'm always, like, saying to my wife, like, hey, honey, somebody left Beverly Hills. Let's get in there, you and I. Let's mix it up with Mauricio and Ken Todd. And it's my wife who's like, no fucking way. And it's
You would
funny.
really do that? Because I think that
You know,
don't,
I
you don't
suggested it-
maintain. But here's the one thing that I will tell you, and you know this. ultimately, if you sign on to any of these, and even with being friends with Andy and whatever, if you sign on to any of this, you have absolutely no control how that edit is manipulated and how they're going to tell a story.
Yeah.
And even if you don't do anything wrong, you could be made to look at least less than you are.
Let me say this, and it's why I try not to say anything negative about anyone who's on an unscripted show, okay? And except for, of course, I mentioned Sandoval earlier, who I said wasn't a man. It was a different time. But it takes so much courage to do those shows. I really have, I have a lot of respect, and I'm being completely serious here. I have a lot of respect for people who do reality television shows, and for people who do them for years. I have a tremendous amount of respect for them. It's
not a skill,
it's everything.
though.
I know you're saying it's not a skill, but it takes a different kind of fortitude, Howie. It takes a different kind of...
I agree with that. You saw just from doing one interview, the amount of publicity and even hate and vitriol you got. Imagine what those women and those people on those shows that are putting themselves out there every single day are dealing with and still deciding to come back and film and put their lives out there.
I feel like the price of notoriety, people will pay anything for notoriety, and that's kind of a sad statement.
I don't know about that. I mean, I don't...
I'm not knocking anybody.
Yeah.
Listen, I produce reality TV. I would probably be on it if I was promised some control and I knew how I was going to be perceived or thought. Did he answer?
No, it said spam risk.
That could be Corey, though.
Hello? Hello?
Put on speaker.
Oh, hi, Michael. Good afternoon. My name is May. How's it going?
Go ahead. Good.
Hi, May.
All right, perfect. Well, Mike, I'm calling about the property address at Shoreham.
Yeah, I'm not interested in selling it. Sorry, May.
Yeah, I understand. It's okay. I appreciate your time. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks, May. Oh, May. I just want to say May. I've never met Michael Jackson. Joke fell flatter than.
Not really. I would
thought-
imagine all the people who are listening on audio and the people right there on YouTube are roaring. So let's hold
I
for the
thought
laugh.
for sure you were going to hit the table and go crazy. And go,
No,
that was it.
hold for the laugh.
Podcast's
Can
over.
we get a
That's
laugh?
it.
Can we get a laugh?
Thank you. May, can I send you a photo of my feet? No laughter. Okay.
You want laughter?
There should have
You
been-
ask. You're the guest. You want laughter? Just say it. You want
anyway,
laughter? Do you want laughter?
No, it's okay. Don't we all want laughter, Howie?
Okay.
Thank you.
Do you want to hear my dad say he loves Audis?
Oh yeah.
I am so fucking...
No.
No. I love Audi vaginas and I love insects.
Oh.
Go again.
I love Audi vaginas and I love insects.
Yeah, I didn't realize. I thought for sure this was when you were going to do a commercial for Audi the car. I thought you were going to do like one of those like.
No,
don't
it's a
you guys
vagina.
do like stamps.com
It's a vagina.
He
or
loves
Bow and
Audi
Branch or whatever?
vaginas. He loves Audi
they
vaginas.
vaginas, not cars. Though they both can be driven.
Sure.
Anyway.
Sure. Do you want to laugh, Dad?
Yeah, please.
I mean, not that anyone cares, but I'm an innie guy myself.
Yeah.
That was another discussion we had earlier in another podcast where Matt Rife was saying he didn't like when the vagina out was too far out, and the girl that he had just been with was saying she had an Audi vagina, like a very full set of meaty curtains, as it were. And I just thought it was
I don't think
interesting.
she said that.
I think she did.
I don't think she
Brooke.
said she had a full set of meaty curtains.
He
I
said
don't
he
think-
didn't like that, and she said he's talking about me.
Yeah, but she didn't use that terminology, Dad.
I'm using it to paint a picture for my friend Jerry.
Full set.
Got it. Okay. Got it. Thank you.
You good?
I'm good.
What do you want to promote?
Nothing.
talk?
You know what? I'm not kidding. This isn't even a bit. Follow me on Yelp. I always leave reviews for places.
Really?
Yeah, I love.
Can we see some of your
Can
Yelp
we hear a
reviews?
Yelp review of anything?
Yeah, I mean, I just
Do you leave
follow
bad
me on-
reviews too?
no. I only leave good reviews. If I have a good experience somewhere, I love to.
Just read us your last Yelp review. Your last Yelp review.
I don't think I've ever heard someone plug their Yelp.
I mean, it's not. I haven't. I don't monetize it. Does anybody monetize?
You're promoting it. Follow Jerry on Yelp.
I mean, I guarantee
Can you follow a person on Yelp? Isn't it about the place or
No,
the?
I guarantee you that now businesses will ask you to come in and give you free stuff,
Well, you're
so
gonna
you
get free-
leave a review.
Maybe he knows that.
Yeah.
Knowing him
Yeah.
and knowing how he feels about money,
He's getting
he only
free
gets
meals.
good reviews. If you know Jerry O'Connell, he's on Instagram. You'll probably want to invite him to your restaurant or your place of business just for a review. What is your last review?
Let me look.
What's your Yelp?
Corey Feldman has not got back to you
How
yet.
do I read my old reviews? Me.
You're telling people to follow you. How did they follow you on Yelp? I didn't know that they could.
I'm Jerry O'Connell. I'm so sorry. I don't know how to find my reviews. Let me just look.
yeah, we got time.
Just sit quietly.
Okay, this is a place I went to called Burger World.
Go ahead.
Grab a seat, get your condiments ready, and let's blast off to another world, the world of burgers. Whether a quick takeout or a dining experience that is out of this burger world, this is a great spot. Don't be fooled by the name. Burger World's menu is vast like the oceans of our own world. The choices of toppings for your burger are plentiful and otherworldly. Staff is so friendly. Fun fact, this is a place in Canada. Fun fact, Canadian Screen Award-winning show Cardinal has shot here. I'm a fan of the Jumbo Burger. Go here, and in the words of Aladdin, enter a whole new burger world. 5 stars.
It's amazing. That's amazing.
Okay, Patty's is a restaurant here
I know Patty's.
in the valley.
Right.
Patty's Restaurant. You got to go. Just go. Whether inside or out, staff is great. I talk to them about my cats. We swap stories about cats. Super nice. I always sit at the counter and look up all the stars who have eaten there. All of the Disney kids have eaten here. Ryan Seacrest, even John Wayne. It is a Valley staple. Just go. The food is perfect. Service as well. Ample parking. 5 stars.
Talk cats. With all the Disney kids. John Wayne and what?
No, I found your account. You've given 49 reviews.
No.
I don't know how you
Read
find-
one of his reviews, Alex. I want you to read one of Jerry's reviews. Here we go. Let's hear.
This is for Damian Smith Auto Repair. 6 stars.
6 stars. Wow.
7. Bought my 91 Wagoneer on Craigslist and it overheated as I was driving home. The list of problems this car had was long. Justin long. Shelly long. I called some repair shop in Canoga and told them my problems, and by the grace of the Jeep gods, that dude gave me Damien's number. My Wagoneer now purrs like a big kitty.
I go talk about it at Patty's.
Can't recommend Damien enough. If you have an older vintage truck that needs help, look no further.
He is great. I love him.
This is amazing.
No, if I have like a really good experience somewhere, I think it's just good karma to say I'm having a good experience here. And what better way than to leave a review on Yelp? So
Have you ever left a Yelp review for a podcast?
no, but it sounds like I'm going to.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Let's do it right now, and that's how we'll close this thing. Feel free to subscribe.
Do we have a place of business? though?
Yeah, it's got to be like a place of business.
Why is it
like,
a place of business?
You can leave it on Apple. You can leave it
go
on
Howie
Apple.
Mandel Does Stuff.
Oh yeah, I could go on Apple
On
or
Apple
one of those
and leave
things.
a
Yeah.
review. But that's
Or
not
Howie
going to be
Mandel
on your
Does.
Yelp.
No, Yelp. You go just like I don't know Damien. he's
No, you register your business on Yelp, and that's how you leave a review for them.
Can you guys
can't
register my podcast on Yelp? Howie Mandel Does Stuff. Is that possible,
Yeah.
guys?
Is that
Look,
Damien?
Oh, and I
Oh,
always
is that
take a
you?
photo.
Damien with your car.
I
that's
always leave a
you?
photo. Yeah, I always leave
It's
a photo
you.
too. I take a photo in front of them and leave a photo there as well. I'm telling you. You know what it is?
What?
We live in a time of people really saying negative things. Like the internet is mostly used for negativity.
Right.
And I get it. I mean, we all click on those. We like to read negative comments. It's fun. And so I was like, oh, I'm going to make the internet like positive. It's a
You're
one
gonna turn
man's
the internet a
one man's attempt to make the internet positive.
make the world better. So this is Howie Mandel Does Stuff, where I want people to subscribe and I want you to
You can ask people to
get a
leave
merch.
reviews for you. You never ask people to leave reviews.
leave reviews.
Like you could do that.
But I want to
on-
hear, and we're going to be on Yelp. Alex, is it possible to have this on Yelp? To have our podcast on Yelp?
I'm looking into it now.
We're looking into it. So in the meantime, we'll post this review after because I can't keep asking you for this. Can I have a Yelp review for Howie Mandel Does Stuff? And from the point of view of a guest and what you think the listener's experience is.
No, like what an incredible podcast. As a guest, it was so much fun to go there, and listening is just as much fun. Get ready for a lot of Michael Jackson content.
No, not just yours, just in general. This is a business.
Oh, are you into feet? Do you want to see how Howie Mandel reacts when bare feet that have been in shoes without socks all day? How Howie Mandel will react to that? This is the podcast for you.
Wow. I love that. And how many stars am I getting?
All the stars.
all of
the
them.
stars.
All of them.
6 stars. What?
Jerry, you know me, right, Rich?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. I was on tour with Michael Jackson.
Awesome.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, you
There
know
you go.
him
There's
too.
a connection.
You
Another
know him
connection.
too.
Would you tell Howie I never met Michael Jackson? Like you never saw me on tour? Like,
This is more amazing than the whole Kevin Bacon thing.
by the way,
with
you
Jerry
want to know what's
O'Connell.
so funny? You're not. I gotta tell you just how like great minds think alike. I watched that Michael Jackson documentary. Right? I'm sorry. It's very disturbing. It's very disturbing. But we're watching it, and I'm there watching it with my wife, and my wife paused it and turned to me and went, "You ever go to Neverland Ranch?" And I went, "What?" My wife said, "You probably went. You probably went to Neverland Ranch." And I went, "No. Why would you say that? Have I ever said I've been to Neverland Ranch?" And my wife was like, "No, that's like your
Group of
That's your
people.
thing.
That's
That's
your
your
circle.
thing.
You are in that circle of Neverland. You're in
funny.
that Neverland circle,
It's so crazy."
and it doesn't end. Even showing up right here, from
follows
Rich
you.
to everybody, right? To Webster,
Oh
to
man.
Corey.
Oh,
Corey never
gosh.
wrote you back.
To moonwalking.
Oh yeah, let me look. Let me see if he did write me back.
You didn't answer him from January 11th.
He
Why is
probably
gonna-
answered you, and now you're not going to see it till.
Oh, he answered me back.
He did. What?
He's reading it first.
Okay.
That guy right there, David, is a good friend of. You know Corey Feldman well, right? Do you? You can come and talk to me. This is David Nussbaum, who created the proto hologram.
Yeah, Corey was my. I used to produce Corey's podcast.
Right. Corey wants me to do something with him. So that's what he's suggesting. I guess that's the thing I didn't answer earlier.
Oh, you're still on January 11th.
But then he wrote, "Tell Howie I send my love. It's been years." So you.
So
That's a no.
That's a no.
That's a no.
That was a no.
If you say come do the podcast, and he says tell Howie I send my love. Like if I said, hey, you want to go for dinner tonight? I send my love. That's not yes.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm sorry I wasn't able to nab you guys, old Feldy. Sorry about that. My
Sad ending to a podcast.
Oh, I know how we could end it positively.
How?
You should moonwalk.
I could moonwalk, and I'm gonna actually touch my foot to your face. I'm kidding, Howie. I'll never do that again.
Don't do that.
I'll never do it again. It's coming, Howie. Here.
No. Boom. No.